Oh, I just find it fascinating. I guess, they're riding high in the polls, as I said. 18% was their primary vote, David, in the last news poll. That's pretty good, 18%. But do you think they can sustain that between now and an election?
Well, as they say in politics, the trend is your friend.
Yeah.
And we have seen this trend go on. We all know the reasons why. I mean, it's been a long time coming. Pauline Hanson has rebranded herself. She's rebranded the party. And we've seen right across the Western world, in democracies right across the Western world, that that sort of conservative populist mantra is in high demand. And young men and women are going to probably start looking at what the other options are.
Yeah, well, that's actually true because the polling that came out this week said that more young males are turning to One Nation. And we actually saw that in the US election where the younger vote was turning to Donald Trump. So I just wonder, there's obviously an appeal there for sure. Now, look, let's turn to the federal and state governments. They'll soon spend more than $50 billion a year servicing a record level of debt. According to the Independent Parliamentary Budget Office, net debt held by the states, territories and federal government will reach $1.1 trillion next financial year. Hollie, before the pandemic, it was at $551 billion. How did it now get to more than $1 trillion?
Well, this is a government that likes to spend, spend, spend. And now that we've got so many Labor governments around the country as well, they're all investing in this sort of tax and spend mantra. They're more interested in redistribution rather than creation of wealth. And they seem to have zero regard for reining in the spending, boosting productivity and getting the budget under control. They haven't seen a massive expenditure plan they don't love yet. And it's all Australians that are going to be paying for this long into the future. But to have this level of debt, I mean, it's almost, budget repair is almost getting to a point of beyond us. It's just insanity unless there's going to be some real cuts back on spending. And I just can't see the political will coming from anywhere to do that.
No, well, I mean, Jim Chalmers has already said he's not worried. He's quite calm, he thinks, about spending as it is, David. But in the end, it is going to be generations to come that are going to have to pay for all this record debt.
Well, that's right. I mean, our generation, Generation X, we inherited the Keating debt. I mean, Jim Chalmers is treating us like mugs if he thinks there's nothing to be concerned. Public and private debt are okay if you've got an asset to realise, if you've got an asset there to think that, well, that's what the debt is about. That's what I've got for my money. But when you consider that 25 years ago, Peter Costello and John Howard had us debt-free, and now we've got $1 trillion worth of liability, well, then that is something that my grandkids should be worried about when eventually they come about.
Yeah, it is certainly a concern. I mean, $1 trillion, extraordinary.